Hi everyone, it's Jody from An Eye for Beauty, and I'm coming on today giving you the weekly card reading for the week of February 16th, 2020, or whenever you receive this message. And the cards that I chose to pull today are the romance cards coming from the Romance Angels. So there is a group of angels called the Romance Angels. And I would encourage you to call upon them if you're looking for love or if you're lacking in love. If you're feeling that, the way you feel about yourself, you need a little guidance in, because it could also be about self-love. Call upon those angels, the romance angels, to help you as you walk your path on this earth. So I have here our three cards. We have card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. And we have the rose quartz crystal, which is a beautiful crystal that I love to have out, especially when it comes to conversations about self-love or relationships or marriage or anything like that. So if you are someone that feels like you need a little help in that department, I would strongly suggest you get yourself a little rose quartz and maybe carry it around in your wallet, put it in your pocket, or at least have one out in your home. Especially if you do have it out in your home, you want to put it by your nightstand. Okay, so we'll start with card number 1. So card number 1 says, stay optimistic about your love life. So a couple of things come up with this card. And the first thing is that maybe you're not in a relationship. And if you're not in a relationship, you're being encouraged, even if in the past your relationships haven't turned out the way you wanted to, how you anticipated, still remain positive. Still look at relationships in an optimistic way. What you think about, you bring about. So if you are not in a relationship right now and you are wanting a relationship, you're feeling lonely and you're thinking, oh, the relationships never worked out for me before. How are they ever going to work out for me now? You will continue to attract that to you. And you don't want to do that. You want to manifest in your life positive relationships. So instead, what you might think is, well, they didn't work out in the past, but there was obviously a lesson in each relationship that I held in a romantic way. And now I am positive that it is safe for me to love, and it is safe for someone to come into my life now and be in relationship with me in a positive and healthy way. That's a more optimistic approach versus the first approach, which is negative. You always want to try to turn whatever thoughts you have in a positive way as best as you can, because remember, what you think is what you're going to continue to attract. Also, what you think you will continue to attract until you learn the lesson. So you might notice if you're someone who has relationships that haven't worked out, and it's like the same situation every single time you're in a relationship, it's because you're being given the opportunity to see something, to receive a lesson or a blessing through the relationships. And only when you realize that is when you are going to be done with that lesson. So think about that also about past relationships. Maybe there was something that you didn't realize, and maybe by doing this or seeing this weekly reading, something will come about which will then shift positively for you. Okay, so that's card number 1. Card number 2 says very soon. So if we're putting the cards together, it's basically stepping off of card number 1, stay optimistic, because very soon somebody's coming into your life and it's going to be in a positive way. However, what you want to do is clearly you want to speak to the universe. You want to say, this is the kind of person that I'm looking for. And you can do that not only in a romantic relationship, but in any relationship or any partnership that you're looking for. If you're in business and you're looking for a partner, if you want a friend who you can really trust, who is very like-minded, no matter what you're looking for, it's the same exact scenario. You want to be asking the universe and being very crystal clear with what it is that you want in that relationship. So strictly, we're talking about relationships of love. And in that case, you want to think about the qualities that you're looking for in a partner. And you want to write them down. That's a great way to do that. Like, if I was to meet somebody, this is what I'm looking for. And I'm not saying like brown hair, brown eyes, whatever. I'm talking also about inside. What do you want the inside of that person to be? If you're a spiritual person, maybe you're looking for someone who is also along that path. Maybe not exactly the same, but gets it. I know that's what I would be asking for. Someone who gets what I feel, not someone who would be completely against it, because it would never work. So you want to be very crystal clear on what it is that you are looking for in a relationship. Now, if we go back to cards 1 and 2 as well, and you're married and you're going through a rocky situation, you're being asked to remain positive. Think positively. What brought you two together to begin with? Go back to that. Remember that. And then the second part of it is very soon, whatever is going to come to fruition in your relationship will. Whether it's not going to work out, you tried, but you're realizing that it's an unhealthy relationship, but know that very soon someone in a healthy way is going to come into your life. Or you tried, you're working on it, and very soon things are going to get better. So I always say, use your intuition. As I'm speaking, whatever you feel like, that's it, then that's what it is. So I want you to be very mindful of that as you're listening to the readings. And then we have card number 3. Card number 3 is flirt. So that's important. It's important to flirt. Flirting is very lighthearted. It's fun. It's easy. And no matter what, whether it's a new person that's entering your life or whether you're in a relationship with someone already and you're really trying to rebuild and rework on your relationship, it's very important to have that lighthearted energy surrounding your relationship. It's also important for you to just be light and free in general in terms of just going out there and having relationships. Try not to be so serious. That's what that card is really about. Let go a little bit, let loose a little bit, and be a little more lighthearted. So this card reading, I just want to share as well. We are numerologically in a universal year of the number 4. And the vibration of the number 4 really talks about, sometimes if you have a crack in your foundation, in your situation, in your relationship, in what you have been building throughout your life, cracks obviously keep opening and opening and opening until it gets worse and worse and worse. And we want to clean up the cracks. So in that vibration of number 4, sometimes things need to crumble down to the basement in order to be rebuilt in a better way that is serving you for your highest good and for the highest good of others. So if you're in a relationship or in a marriage where things are not working right now, you're always at butting each other's heads, or you're just having issues, I want you to take a step back and just understand that sometimes things need to break down in order to be rebuilt back up in a better way that is going to be serving you and serving the other person or the other people. If it's a full family with kids, the other people around you. So don't always go into something always in a negative way. There is positive. There's positive in everything. There's positive in prayer. Pray. Pray for help. Pray for guidance. Pray to the romance angels to help you and support you and guide you. Call upon Archangel Chamuel, who is the archangel of self-love, of divine love, of spreading love and light into the world, among other things. Those are a couple of tools that you could bring into your life that can help you in order for you to know that whatever it is that you're going through right now, it's all going to be okay. Because if you look at the cards across the board, they're showing you that it's not going to be a bad outcome. Not that the cards ever say that there's a bad outcome, but this shows you that you need to be working on something within yourself, within your relationship, in order to increase the vibration of love in your life. So I hope that this served you, and I hope you had a great Valentine's weekend, and I wish you well.